And welcome back to the show. SPL continuing North America here as we finalize our day with Eager and Soar.
It's going to be pretty interesting. Eager, I think, don't have the record to really showcase how good this squad has been. Specifically Zapman, right? Zapman, this is not a form we've seen from him since probably before Season 1. Excuse me. Good now. We noted that, I think, earlier in the week as well.
It's demons.
Got to get him out every once in a while.
Yeah.
But Zapman has been playing phenomenally so far from Eager, and I think a lot of the reasons that for their losses, a couple of them were very close.
Okay. But like you were saying, maybe before Season 1.
Before Season 1.
Or maybe during Season 1. I would say before the kickoff land really kicked into Season 1, everyone expected Dignitas to just maybe second place to Cog, and they wound up taking second place to Cog red.
Cog not Prime, which many had believed, and one of the most notable members on that team, Divios, has now found his way.
That's right.
To pair with Zapman, and Divios as well.
If you can't beat him,
join him.
Yeah.
Or bring them onto your squad.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Aror as well, I think, has been pretty solid. DJ's been a little bit questionable. I really liked his Hun Batz play, kind of more of the team-oriented, where I felt like his Nemesis kind of specifically fell short.
Well, the Nemesis pick, again, I don't think that was a comfort pick. I think they were doing that to take that away from Ionic, and it didn't come up. But I was talking about it before. If Eager wins this, it has to be because DJ has had the two best games of his season.
I agree, because they're going up against Soar, who have looked masterful, honestly.
Yes.
I think this is a top 3 team skill-wise. Now, obviously, records don't always match skill, in my opinion, but Soar right now...
This squad is the original Vicious and Delicious.
Okay.
It's the Barracudas.
Okay.
This is the young blood who really wants it, in my eyes.
And Vicious and Delicious, honestly, they rose pretty quickly, and I think Soar's kind of making that same stretch right now. Metyankey, for me, has been phenomenal. He's probably the best player I've ever seen role switch, kind of like the difference in skill. Sometimes we've seen players who are pretty high up on their kind of marker when it comes to roles, like Zyro's jungler. He was mediocre, switches to mid, becomes one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But Metyankey was kind of at the bottom of Guardians. Now, he was able to make it to the SPL finally after trying for over a year and a half. A lot of that may also been because he was on Elevate, maybe not able to fully showcase, didn't really have the carries around him. But his role swap, he's quickly become one of the most noteworthy hunters in North America.
With that, let's get right into Game 1. Picks and bans about to start. Remember, Soar versus Eager.
Soar is going to be on Order side. Eager rocking that chaos. Now, both these teams actually respect ISIS pretty heavily. Soar actually is willing to not only first pick it, but ban it away if they're on Chaos side. So that's something that Eager has to worry about. And immediately Soar, they're actually going to be targeting TheBest, taking away a Zeus.
Soul going to be taken away as well. And the final ban to be ISIS. A lot of mages getting hit. Soar, first pick. Thor on the table, very popular. It's going to be Khepri.
And Khepri has pretty much been the top support, bar none. You can see
96%.
It's absolutely absurd what this guy can do. I'm really surprised though to see Sobek this early in the draft. Apollo as well. That's a duo lane that I think Eager was looking for.
You're assuming that's Apollo in the duo lane.
That's true. We have seen it in the solo.
Yes, we have. Hou-Yi going to get locked in. No surprise there. So both duo lanes locked in, and it's going to be Nua right off the bat for Homiefe, or rather for Hurriwind.
Eager looking for their last pick in the first half. We'll see if they want to go into the solo lane role, but it's going to be a Awilix for djpernicus. So that's going to be able to combine with that. I'll be interested to see if we'll see Eager draft maybe another knockup. Maybe a Vulcan has been buffed recently.
Nasha gets banned away. And Janice gets banned away. Okay, a lot of mages. That's 3 mages so far just from Soar. Plus they picked one and another ban on the side of Team Eager. Wow.
Probably going to be another mage. I really like this from Soar. They drafted their mid already. Just take away TheBest and really anything he's used, but he's going to go back to Scylla. And I love his Scylla. He was one of the only ones next to, I'd say, Mace to the face and MLC Stealth, of course, to play it back in Season 1.
TheBest was the original good Scylla
in
the Pro
I'll give you
League,
that.
way before Stealth even picked the god up. And there was a point where I want to say it was the Fat Chunks should have beaten Team Eager, and it was because of TheBest's Scylla that they didn't.
Last pick, though, coming in for Eager. Batz picked up into Awilix, not a matchup that you would typically want for Batz. His jump isn't the speediest. It's actually got a lot of hang time to allow Awilix to pull him, and we're going to actually see Divios go Ravana. Not too many soul laners play this, but he really seems to enjoy the god.
This Ravana pick is, I mean, I'm sorry, the Batz pick is just strange to me. Why would Homiefe put him in a situation where he can't use one of his abilities safely? I mean, they have to have a plan here, knowing Homie, but Ravana, lots of damage, lots of control, not a great endgame, but that can be picked up by Apollo.
And we're going to go straight into game here. Soar versus Eager.
No Soulstone.
Game 1. That's surprising. Soulstone a little bit buffed. Not from Nuwa, but it's still, I think a lot of that's because Nuwa has fairly safe clear early on. Scylla's picked it up, though. Crush also receiving a buff. I'll be interested to see how fast Best can actually clear
Crush
this.
got buffed?
Yeah.
What got buffed to Crush?
Does more damage.
Does it really?
Yeah, Sikkim scaling also went up from, I believe, 60% to 75.
Okay.
So Scylla, who already did a lot of damage, is now doing more damage.
Okay.
I think we're going to see this god really start to rise. Looks like Soar's just going to be warding, making sure they stay safe, but they're going to walk right over that Eager ward, so both teams are going to know if one or the other does those mid camps. Pretty important in the early game.
By the way, check out djpernicus here. Probably the most deaths on his team, I would imagine, and yet still opts for Blink as opposed to the Purification.
This is spelling early aggression for me. Eager want to get ahead, and I'm assuming invade very quickly because he's matched up against a Batz, and even though Batz, when he jumps, he's going to be immediately pulled by DJ in most instances, he doesn't have the Purification. I mean, Homiefe could just really look to target him out.
All right, we're going to go in here and starting it up a little bit late. A strange start there from Jigz. I would say he missed about 2 or 3 auto attacks worth of time there. Shouldn't hurt him too much. Obviously not swinging very hard at this stage of the game, but
it is pretty important to note for duo lane. Getting to lane, one of the most important things. Even supports and hunters agree with this. Just making sure you have that control because it can turn a losing matchup into a winning one.
They won, actually. They won the race on the top side. Or I'm sorry, on the top. Yeah, the top side was a little bit delayed. We're seeing some damage come out. Homiefe going to get pushed back. Hurriwind, not a lot of health here, and is not setting up that route that I would have expected.
Going into the early Lost Artifact, likely to be a Doom Orb. Best, instead of rotating, actually just going to put a couple autos into Homiefe, and he's forced to use a potion early.
I like this a lot. Yeah, he forced out the early potion. There's not a lot of control on this side. You'll notice Homiefe actually doesn't have a mana pot either, so the longer they make him trade on this wave, the worse it's going to be. What in the world's happening over here?
Apparently they're boxing over in the jungle. I'm not exactly sure where Baskin was going, but Divios electing to take this fight and get back to wave, or at least the very least conceding a couple creeps to put the poke onto Baskin. And you can see Baskin, I guess they're both the same potion amount right now.
Divios being very aggressive. Prana Onslaught misses, but he does land the root afterwards. And then, of course, Baskin walks right up. Now, Baskin is a master of this character. Even before, this character was relevant, I saw him playing this character in a lot of scrims, a lot of in-houses. He is very, very strong, so I'm expecting a pretty powerful endgame coming out from Baskin.
I liked what he did there. He actually waited a second until he hit level 4 when one of the smaller creeps died, and then ranked up his Armored Umbrella and then cleared the wave because he knew at rank 1 it wouldn't do enough damage to finish off the creeps. Very high-level stuff coming out from Baskin. He's had a pretty wide god pool. Actually, he only played, in their 4 matches, he played 4 different gods, going back to the Vamana, though.
Divios, you'll see, sitting on 2 potions. Baskin, 1 remaining as he walks in. And Divios so aggressive, forcing out Baskin, his dash just to get the wave cleared, but it's going to work out. Divios in a world of trouble right now.
And he's tanking all these creeps. Able to clear it outside of a couple minions. Baskin's going to slow him, and looks like he's wrestled back control in this lane. You can see Divios, no potions left. Baskin still has 1 health, and Divios, he'll be the one forced back early.
A 4-man rotation to the enemy boars as Eager takes away some experience.
Jigz
not in a great position here, but oh no, look at this!
Done. First blood. Best finds them. Eager rotating their team over to steal the boars, and then the team body blocking Jigz, making sure he can't dash away. They find the knockup as he's looking towards the tower, plucked right back in. Beautiful.
Wow, that was completely premeditated. Every single part of that, from the positioning of the mid-jungle to the fact that they stole the boars and forced Jigz into a weird spot, the tail whip into the ultimate, every single thing was premeditated. And that's what Eager really needs to keep doing if they want to win on this young blood.
An early rotation coming up from djpernicus. See if he is just looking for the boars or maybe trying to find Baskin. Baskin is 6, and he took a trip back to base, so he's full health. I don't think Djpernicus is going to be too worried about trying to gank the Vamana, just going to secure his own boar, make sure that Divios doesn't get this stolen away, because Baskin does have control of this lane, and that's one of the most worrying things about Soul Lane. It's not the fact that you can't secure your own boars, it's the fact that the other Soul Laner is stealing all of your jungle.
Right.
And
Which is why, like, where is Bakasura? I can't wait until
I heard you say that.
I can't wait until people figure
it's
him out,
going to come back eventually. Someone's going to... I feel like it won't be a top team. They're still going to be running, like, some pretty meta warriors, but someone... Europe will definitely do it.
Europe's going to do it.
They do whatever they want. And they make it work, right? Epsilon, something. They're just like, yeah, we can run Medusa mid at Worlds. Everyone's
Game
like,
Hunter. Game Hunter, I think, will be the one to bring out Baka.
Playing a little bit of Ho-Yi in the solo. The Apollo, the tank Apollo with the Urchin.
Yes, dude. I love it. Anything that shakes the meta up, I'm down for.
It's just fun.
Where's our Sunders at, man?
It's okay, calm down.
Have you used that item? It is scary.
Yes. Someone's going to do it, I know, eventually.
Have you seen the Thor combo? You throw Sunder in there as well?
Okay.
Sure.
No, that actually happened against Randozo's Aduro versus Envy when Mask was playing for.
Right.
And he got it was auto attack, silence, auto attack, scythe, Sunder dead.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I felt so sorry for him. It had to hurt. Back Harpy's going to go the way of Baskin, though. Eager have the first kill on the board, as well as about an 800 gold lead. So not only finding the 500 gold bounty, but they've been stealing away most of the camps. They're set up on the left side. They want to fight, though. And you could see they're going to find Homiefe, but Homiefe wasn't caught unknowingly. Back soft. Left Harpy's going to go their way.
So TheBest starting off does get the kill, and as a result, will pay for most of the purple pot that I think he bought, yes? He did buy one.
I can't...
I mean, looking at the build, I would assume he bought one.
Yeah, he went Soulstone, so he had to have bought it.
So, I mean, that puts him in a pretty good spot now with gold. So, actually, can we check gold in hand here? We're looking for Scylla.
2100 full boots.
Or Doom Orb.
You think he'll go straight into the Doom Orb? Not even boots one? No movement speed?
Well, he could get boots and Doom Orb. Just wait a little while. But no, he just got the Doom Orb.
So he's looking for damage. 0 stacks right now. 50 to go. This Scylla, honestly, with the buff to crush, Sikkim getting higher scaling,
she's so good.
He's definitely susceptible to dying. He has his beads against this Hun Batz, but I think if he can make it through to 1,500 gold once he gets a little bit more safe, I mean, this Scylla is going to hurt. And we saw what one reset early in the game can mean for a team with Cringe Q versus Panthera.
All right, so still 1-0 for Eager. And a fair gold lead. I mean, this is a little more than what you would expect. Let's actually go to the graphs. You'll see about 1,100 gold. It'll be not wave to wave here. In fact, it might be a little bit more, considering that they don't have these dead yet. 1,100 experience as well. And we saw Soar rotate over Baskin when Divios was back at base, and this is something that Soar does a lot. Baskin specifically, even back when he was on Cloud9. Oh, left-hand side, a little bit worrying for Metyankey. He dashes away. Thought the Awilix ult was going to come on. Yeah, I mean, he was smart to do it. If he didn't, he not only would have been pulled immediately, but he wouldn't have been able to use his jump either. I mean, he would just have been in a terrible position. If he didn't use his bees right there, he could have been crippled, more damage could have come through, and he wouldn't have escaped. That was probably the only point in that fight that he could have used his purification and gotten out of there alive.
And full credit to djpernicus as well. He actually wanted him to burn that purification there, because instead, if Metyankey waits, what happens is immediately DJ comes on top of him, you know, feather steps immediately, and he was already pretty low. And if he tries to dash away, he has to preemptively beats. Otherwise, he's getting pulled back down. Can't use him in the air.
Mid lane, 7 minutes as Eager continues their push, but not much gain so far. In fact, a slight advantage for Soar since the last time we checked in. Only about 900 gold between the two teams.
We've seen this story before. Jigz pulled into Eager, crushed. There's the ultimate to keep him alive for now. Fear no evil used defensively, but Jigz, he's going to get reset, and he's in between 3.
Yeah, oh no, he still has Abduct though, jumping in. Zapman not going to find the kill. Actually, that went to Divios, and he'll get a double as he dives the tower. Team Eager showing up big right now.
3 kills on the board right now. They're going to potentially be able to push in this wave in mid, but instead it looks like the squad's looking at Gold Theory. You can see 3 members rotating over there, Zapman and TheBest to follow, but they're baiting once again. This time, though, Divios is on top of a Sentry Ward, so not going to get the surprise onto Soar. They know exactly what's happening.
Divios has to teleport. He's got to get out of here. If he doesn't go over there like right now, he doesn't need to be 4-manning this camp. He's losing tower damage. He's getting proxy.
There he goes.
This is going to be a little bit late. He'll lose some experience and some gold. Baskin's going to get a free back.
Honestly, I think he lost more experience and gold than he gained to the
yeah.
tower than splitting those mid camps 4 ways.
And he took more gold and experience away. Most certainly the team suffered a loss there because Divios didn't rotate in time.
You can see 2 kills to his name, still behind Baskin, however. Not a large amount, but you would expect the fact that he was able to rotate and find that and share a little bit that he would find himself ahead. But instead, he'll be doing his Borg, going to close that gap a little bit.
Let's actually hover on to Baskin, see the experience bar. Divios about 10% away, and Baskin's even closer. So he has a lead in experience and gold, even with Divios getting 2 kills.
And Baskin is just... I mean, not only noted as the best soul laner in North America, but potentially one of the best players in the world, as said by Annenster, who many believe to be the best player in the world outside of, adapting, arguably.
And it's not like he was like tooting his own team's horn when they were teammates. He said this in response to Baskin leaving. He said that feel when, your teammate is the best teammate in the world or the best player in the world leaves your team, right? That shows that Annenster truly believes that.
This guy's growth has been phenomenal, right? He starts off on Denial. Denial picks him up, scouts out this phenomenal talent that they kind of want to grow into the soul lane. He doesn't have a lot of success. Ooh, left-hand side, though.
Homiefe throwing his ult down. Aurora in some trouble, and that'll be a kill. Boom. That one's going to go to Hurriwind. And jumping in place, djpernicus out of position. Best, nothing to clean up thanks to that ultimate. He's stuck in between. A nice use of Sentinel might get him out of there. Oh, that Sikkim was dope, though.
I mean, if he doesn't find that, it could get turned around. Zapman's in the sky, though. No tower dive. Nothing for the big screen here, though. He's going to take a trip to the mid lane. Gold Fury will be started up, though, by Soar.
Yeah, Baskin's actually taking control of this thing. It's getting pretty low. Sun's coming down. Zapman about to be stunned, and he'll go for the steal. Nowhere near in time. Zapman forced the beads and sank as he walks away with a sprint help from Divios.
Divios going to find Metyankey as well. Beads used to get him out of that route. Nice route from Jigz, but not going to be enough. Divios and Eager, they could seed the Gold Fury, but they find 1 kill in response at the end there. We'll see if they can group up and siege this tower. And this is what I love. I love this from teams. We see this a lot. Most of the Pro League teams have realized this, is that if you force the team off of Gold Fury, you can immediately respond by taking these towers in mid because everyone else is going back to base.
Exactly. And, they do that. They get some gold. They wind up losing that engagement, I think, 3 for 1 in the end. But not too terrible, honestly. It's not, or maybe 2 for 1. Best didn't die, right?
No, he had the Sikkim.
He did have that dope Sikkim. Baskin still finds a way to steal his own blue buff back from 3 aggressors. And djpernicus not in a great position, but of course is on Suku. No way to catch that.
Homiefe, I don't know if it would have been the smartest idea to teleport in there, but Divios is going to respond. And this is a 4-on-4 fight. Baskin pulled back in. Feather step. DJ finds him. And Soar chasing for some kills. End up walking into 4 members of Eager.
Now you're seeing a heavy mace, or rather a regular mace come out. This is more than likely going to be a Jotun's Wrath for Vamana, and it's something that I don't normally see on Vamana players.
It's a little bit worrying, right? Because for one, you're going to have max CDR, which is very good for Vamana. Left-hand side, though, Homiefe has Fear No Evil, and he's going to teleport to Zapman, but perfectly timed Mez.
That's an Eager ward. Looks like Divios is coming back in. Homiefe not in a great position. Strange ultimate and a missed route from Divios. Is it enough? Yes.
Zapman finds the last hit on that one. Ults in, wanting to get a part of the action, and Eager, once again, have found these kills also off of Soar being over-aggressive, and beautiful response time from all of Eager, honestly. Their collapse have been great.
And almost, 2,000 gold for Eager right now? Wow. 1992.
That's really surprising, especially considering you see that spike in the graph just a couple minutes ago. Left-hand side, DJ going to find Met.
Look at this.
He's done.
So smart. Oh, Metyankey jumps away in the other direction. He cuts his own path off, however, and even with the help from Hurriwind, 2 ultimates wasted there, and I don't think DJ or Zap had their ultimates at all. That's a free kill with a little bit on the side.
Metyankey realizing that he's going to die no matter what in this situation. Maybe try and throw Eager off, jump behind them. He looked for the stun or the cheeky ricochet. We've seen Zap pull off some pretty nice ones in the jungle there, but his ultimate a little bit misplaced there, and he's going to fall. But that's twice now that we've seen DJ come over to this dual lane. Not something you see a lot from junglers, and if you do, it's typically known that they're rotating, and you'll see a pretty big fight break out.
Speaking of fights, Baskin and Divios trading blows right now. Divios may be getting the better of Baskin. He won't be able to clear this up completely, but then again, a lot of creeps still left. Baskin will be able to walk up, and Armored Umbrella, yeah, there it is.
It's a slap fight. It's the Warrior slap fight. See it non-stop. Quick juke by Divios. Going to come back in, but he gets tagged by Baskin, who realizes he's not winning this trade anymore and forced back. But something to note, Divios, who we mentioned, with the 2 kills was still even in gold with Baskin, has found himself 200 gold ahead, and that's with Baskin having that gold fury.
That's true. How did that happen?
I don't know. He's just been farming up.
I think the 0-1-0 is the problem. Of course, Baskin just chasing djpernicus across the map, winds up paying for it in the end. The old Halo rule. You never chase an enemy around a corner.
Don't know what's coming there to see you. Eager have done a great job of finding that. Baskin trying to steal away that board. Not going to find it. Aror looking to pick off Vamana as well. But a lot of back and forth from these teams. They're testing kind of the waters, I think, in a lot of these situations, pushing in, trying to get as much vision as they can. Aurora's going to split a little bit of experience and take a trip back into the jungle, but a rotation from Soar just to the blue buff.
And yeah, Divios takes a trip back to the base, finds himself upgrading the worst item of the entire game. Cudgel is the worst item in the game. It is 100 health for 750 gold. It is terrible.
Hey man, he knows what he's going into.
But if you can't handle him at its worst, you don't deserve it at its best, and that's what it is. One of the best items in the game. Frostbound Hammer gets completed, and I mean now he can box for real.
Surprisingly selling away Bluestone Pin at 20 power, as well as the damage on the passive. A lot of times you'll see this more late game. Homiefe could look to teleport into this. Last time he did it, he actually paid with his life, and I think this time he recognizes with 4 members of Eager, probably not the best move.
Well, I mean, like you said, Bluestone, he trades 20 power for, I think, 25, right? Plus another 250 health, plus slow of attack speed, slow of movement speed on his auto attacks, and he's boxing the whole time.
It's definitely a win, but a lot of players really like that bonus 20 power heading into this mid game, as well as the passive. We've seen people die to Bluestone passive that we thought were getting away.
That's true.
I want to see this. I want to see someone barely get away with like 10 health. Bluestone would have finished. You know it's going to happen. You know it. Gold Fury started by Eager. Metyankey's going to see it. He does have Suns.
Does he go for it? That's the question. He's going to try.
RNG?
No, not in time.
The rest of Soar is responding, though, surging forward here. But with how healthy Eager is, I don't think they're going to be able to respond with this Tier 1 tower. You can see Soar grouping up for it, and the solo laners are going to be rotating as well.
And look at Divios just backing up a little bit. He did miss 2 auto attacks in that engagement, but Baskin still takes a fair amount of health.
This isn't free.
And the rerun almost. Gold Fury by one team, Tier 1 by the other, but Aurora walks in and locks it down. Hurriwind forced to use Purification. Metyankey jumps down as that man burns his ult to get into the mid lane. And I think that'll wash. Divios comes in as well, but not much. And then, of course, you see Baskin on the right side pushes the wave into the tower. This allows him to get to the mid lane safely, and it forces rotations. You
can see Soar also not wanting to back off just yet. That tower in mid is 1 health. And in the meantime, Baskin got this right-hand side tower down to about 20%. djpernicus is going to defend it, and the rest of Eager remains in mid.
I would have liked to see Baskin be aggressive there. I mean, maybe not even start his rotation. The fight was clearly washing. I wanted to see Baskin really take this tower down, force Divios into a weird spot, but he's going to clear up once again. He realizes now he's out of mana. So a quick clear for djpernicus as Divios rotates over. I would have liked to see also Divios go right for the proxy there. But the boar is available. He could go for that.
Mid. Looks like Hurriwind still trying to push this tower, though. Jigz is here as well. That's so enticing. That tower at just like 1 hit away. And I think we're going to see Soar try and force this as much as they can. Aurora's the only one defending. Baskin's trying to come close. And you can hear the new minions sent as well. Just doing as much as they can. That Aurora can't clear it for free. They're not going to get it just yet, but something, a rotation from a solo laner should be able to pick up. And it looks like both towers also very low, 10%. I'll be interested to see if Soar actually elect to group up and try and force one of these, or group up to bait a rotation and just walk in and take the other one.
I want to see them just group up and go for both. Like, just get one, then immediately go and get the other while the team is just kind of fractured. Soar definitely needs to start doing something, though. They're about 3,500 gold behind wave to wave. You see about 33 right now, and it's going to keep growing. I mean, they have to get that 1,000 gold that's waiting for them.
I expect Eager to try and find themselves with a couple more kills. You can see djpernicus. This is actually a pretty solid game from him. He was really struggling at the beginning of the split, had a phenomenal Batz game the last time we saw him, and so far his Awilix has been on point. He's made great rotations. The decision-making has been much better than we've seen as of late. His mechanics have always been on point, but I think some of the positions he was in the last couple sets haven't been the best for him. And having him have a strong showing in the early game, I think bodes well for Eager here if they're trying to maybe, in a sense, upset Soar.
Baskin, going back to the base, it seems. Rotation over from Jigz. The Eager squad moving back into the jungle. Blue buff is available. And I don't know. It seems like Baskin's having some trouble, but we're getting to the part of the game now where I think Vamana's a bit better. But that's when I see Vamana building things like Frostbound Hammer or Fatalis, something to threaten carries for real like Divios has built. Baskin has gone defense into a ton of cooldown reduction, and while that can hurt, I mean, who is he sticking to?
And that's one of the things. His build doesn't seem to be focused around Big Baby. With a max cooldown, I really suspect he's looking to kind of stay in his normal stance and throw out as many armored umbrellas as he can. Just get off as much poke. But the worrying trend is that he doesn't have a lot of health. And Zapman, his build's starting to come online close to chin size, needs a little bit more gold to finish it off. And if we start to see some more rotations and 4v4, 5v5s, I think this Vamana's just going to get shredded.
Eager still with the lead. Now closer to 3,700 gold. It's a little bit better than what we saw them at before. I don't know. Let's talk a little bit more about the builds here. We see a pretty late helmet coming out from TheBest, comparatively to the Chronos pendant, of course, from Hurriwind.
Yeah, funny enough, you normally see players build this early to kind of transition themselves into the mid game. Gives them that protection, penetration as well, but TheBest going to have a little bit more survivability against Homiefe, who I expect is looking to dive him. Him and Baskin as well. So I do like the pickup. But that is a lot of stacked penetration this early on. Maybe could have looked for, honestly, a Tahuti immediately. Only has to worry about really Jigz having magical protection. Even then, he doesn't have any just yet.
Look at the way Divios is positioned right now. He knows that Baskin's eventually going to use Clear the Path, and of course he does. But Divios was trying to bait back a little bit so he could maybe try to catch up to it. Obviously, that doesn't happen. Even if he ulted, not much to gain.
Homiefe, forced to use Purification, is going to jump away, but not at the health he wants to be. Now Metyankey needs to be worried here.
What? Matt, hello? You can't just do that.
Did he, his Purification, I think he used Purification and then tried to jump in time, but it just, it didn't last long enough.
I think what happened was he jumped, and I think he used them while his hitbox was in the wall. And the game can't drop you there, which is why it looked like the pull happened faster. He actually was either too quick or not quick enough on his beads, and as a result, winds up dying for it.
That was a beautiful pick, though, by djpernicus, and Eager, because of that, they're going to get an uncontested gold. I'm a little bit surprised. Soar not only give this up, but don't look to group up and take the tower on the right or mid. Instead, they three-man split blue buff when, honestly, that tier 1 in mid was free. It was absolutely free.
They didn't even get the blue buff.
And now Zapman's in left lane. No one's here to stop him.
They didn't get the blue buff. They got the back camps.
What?
Yep. I don't know who this is, but this is not Soar.
This is not the Soar we've expected, at least. I think getting behind early has not been the best for him. Zapman.
That's definitely Zapman.
Split pushing. Jump by Homiefe. Aror trying to find the pluck. A little off the mark, though.
There was a point in Season 0 where averagely Zapman would do more tower damage than any other player on the enemy team combined, or more damage than any other player as a result. Like, the guy was just untouchable. And this is what we see. Maximum efficiency. He gets to tier 1, he pushes the next wave, he immediately ults, goes to the red buff, puts it down, gets 2 other camps, and then probably either backs or goes right back to lane to get the next wave. Look at this. This is maximum efficiency. And normally I would want to see you hug that wall and carve that a little bit harder, but he had no vision here. So by taking that longer step out, he's getting more vision and more safety in the lane. That is Zapman right there. That was... And it looks like nothing. It looks like a normal play, but that is perfection.
Level 20, highest right now in this game. Not something you typically see, especially considering the soul laners haven't really been rotating that much. There's been a couple times.
Baskin and Divios should never have more experience than Baskin and Divios.
Some of the best farmers in the game. Baskin, though, you can see the lack of health. Even though he does have Pestilence now, doesn't have the typical Frostbound you would see from him at this point, which means he is getting bullied by the Eager boys. And now this tier 1 on the right-hand side, which has been at that health for so long, it's actually going to go to Divios finding the first tower in the soul lane as a group up from Eager. And you can see TheBest just sneaking around the back, just trying to catch anyone rotating in. And this is going to be a tier 2 as well. I mean, Soar aren't responding by trying to split push. Instead, they're slow to defend their own tower.
All right, we got a pause. Oh, it looks like we're unpausing already. I think that might have been a misplay. I don't think that they meant to unpause. You can see Baskin kind of walking in a weird way. I don't know that Baskin is connected to the game right now, and it looks like Eager is taking advantage of it. Baskin will fall as well as the tier 2. Oh, wow. That sucks, man.
That's
that hurts.
brutal.
That hurts.
I mean, Eager, are we going to have another unpause here?
All right, so just so you guys know, what happens here, when you pause the game, there's a key that you can hit on your keyboard.
F10.
F10. If 2 people hit that key at basically the same time, or both mashing it, there's a chance it'll unpause. And once that unpause went through, it looked like someone stepped forward into the suns that were active, or something similar, where it put the team
the suns
in
at the very
combat.
least.
Right. It put somebody in combat, and you cannot at all fight, or I'm sorry, pause, if any of your members are even throwing auto attacks.
And this is something that teams a long time ago, a lot of the old school players actually understand this. When pausing was first introduced, when because there was some combat pause problems. When pausing was first introduced, every team designated a pauser, right? It's like whether it was the team captain or whoever it was, one person did all the pausing. When something went wrong, no one else could touch it, and you had a secondary one. So say if Baskin was the designated pauser, it goes, all right, we're defaulting to Metyankey if Baskin has trouble.
But right there, 2 people hit it, or one person was just mashing outside their own mind, and they put themselves in combat afterwards. That really hurt them.
It looks like a difference in opinions here. Homiefe surges forward as Metyankey jumps away. Fear No Evil is wasted. Eager, they're going to be sieging up this tower, and Jigz for the 3rd time plucked into Eager.
He should be able to revive there. The tail whip didn't result in enough damage off of it, but I'm a monster. Best trying for another one. He's going to be going forward. Is there enough for the slow? Homiefe's going to take a huge chunk. Divios gets the kill, and then the Sikkim in the back line, forcing a purification and a sanctuary, and now the bird is exposed. 5v3.
I've never seen that. That's beautiful. Eager actually gave Best the kill so he could reset his ultimate. And now Aror going to find another pluck, knocked up Baskin. Coming back from death is going to fall. Eager, they're fighting into the suns, but it doesn't matter. It's a middle Phoenix. 24 minutes in, they have 12 kills to 2.
And the Fire Giant spawns. Gold Fury's not up right now, but it looks like they're going to take their trip over towards the left side. Red's going to be down. They're probably going to take their back here.
12,000 gold in the lead, 15,000 experience. Eager, this is their game to lose at this point, honestly. djpernicus, level 19 to Homiefe's 15. Divios versus Baskin, basically the same. Zapman has a level. Jigz finds himself 2 down, and TheBest has 2 levels on Hurriwind as well.
Take a look at Zapman. Goes right in for the Deathbringer.
Doesn't even wait. You know, normally we actually see him go Rage in this situation.
Got
just
the gold, man.
Math DPS, I think Rage is better, but I mean, if he finds a crit, it's not going to be a little crit.
Rage is better if you're boxing. I think it's over like 9 hits, right? Like, generally, you're going to get 9 hits in a fight, but Rage is significantly worse against towers and against Phoenixes. That extra damage is way better. And while they're trying to, burst down a Fire Giant or maybe go towards, another tier 2 on the left, it's going to be just as good.
I'm all for conceding stuff. Especially early game, right? If someone gets picked off and the other team's doing gold tier and you can't get in, sometimes it's okay to give away gold. But we're 25 minutes in, and we've seen Soar concede, I believe, 3 gold furies and a Fire Giant. Like, they didn't even look at it.
They tried for 1 gold fury.
It was one. Was it the first one?
It was. I think the second one where Metyankey through the suns, got the ricochet.
There's too many at this point.
Look at this.
Even at the last Gold Fury, before this one, they had an option to take out 2 Tier 1 towers. Instead, they did the back Harpies, were slow to respond to the right Tier 1 take-in. This does not seem like the Soar we've been seeing the past 2 weeks.
The red buff is up, by the way, on the bottom side. Let's ride in with TheBest. It seems like, yes, they will spot it. A big win for Best. I can't wait to see his damage here. He'll pick it up.
618 right now.
He's not going to pick it up. He's going for
max efficiency. The cooldown starts the second you pick it up.
You know what? You're right. Please pick it up.
Did someone else pick it up?
Someone else must have picked it up.
Divios picked it up?
Divios. He's got blue.
Zapman. Oh, okay. Zapman has the red buff.
Does he?
I don't know. I was told he has the red buff.
No, I'm sorry. TheBest does have it. It's on the thing on the right on his player
portrait. It blends in with Fire Giant, man.
It does, man. It's not
unfair. But now Best 636 magical power against a bunch of players who aren't even level 20 at this point.
And he's missing 2 items still.
If he has Tahuti, like, this is an 800 damage build.
He doesn't even have Tahuti in it. He's bordering 9. Big pull there. And a knock-up. Baskin in some trouble. Trying to walk away from this one. He's going to get resurrected and get out with his ultimate. But a lot burn. That's going to be a kill for Hurriwind finds it onto djpernicus with that 4.
3 members rooted out by Jigz, so you can see Soar looking to chase Eager out of their base. Eager are forced. They did lose DJ there, so don't really want to take the 4v5, even with Fire Giant. No towers left to take either, so I think they're going to take a trip back to the base and reassess. DJ will, or the rest of the team will have Fire Giant once DJ spawns. They only recently got it.
They'll have it for a minute 20.
That's still enough time, I think, to re-siege this space and kind of rethink how you want to go about it. You saw a little bit of ability confusion there. djpernicus pulls the 1 out of the tower when actually the Best was about to hit the root, so didn't get enough damage. If they let Best find that root, Baskin probably dies.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I'm very surprised that Baskin didn't die there.
Honestly, he has a little bit of health now, but he's still behind an item, and this is what we've seen, especially from Vamanas. Heading into 5 slots, while they do a lot of damage, they're not that tanky a lot of the times once the other team is full build and once they have Fire Giant around them.
So 27 minutes in, Soar down 9 kills, and wow, what's that, 15,000?
Yeah, what I'm surprised about too is these damage numbers. There's only 3 players above 10,000. I don't know why, it just feels like there should be more damage on board right now, but it hasn't been so many poke wars. It's kind of been like, when a fight happens, it's all in. People are dying. They're not really escaping outside of maybe Baskin in that last one.
So it looks like the Best able to clear some of that up. Where do they go now? Are they going to go in? They need to take their chance if they're going to take it. They have 56 seconds remaining.
Aror looking for a pluck. No, he's actually immediately under the waters. He's going to find a slow on multiple people. Suns are used defensively. Aror stuck under tower. No, he got out just barely.
Ooh, I thought that tower, the Phoenix was going to kill him. They're investing very heavily. Divios in place. I'm a monster going to hit, but not for the kill. Does not reset off the Khepri ultimate, and Homiefe will wind up cleaning up Divios as a result. A beautiful play by Jigz keeps Soar in the game.
If Best finds that reset, I think it's a different story. Baskin realizing very quickly that he is not that tanky frontliner he expects, and Homiefe going in alone as well. A double kill coming up from Zap. Aror trying to surge forward, but if Jigz didn't have hit that root, I mean, this game could have been over, but djpernicus, okay.
Okay, not enough.
Almost.
He looked for that blink. He didn't have his pull. Oh, actually, he did have his pull. Oh, my.
This Phoenix, though, it's respawned, it seems. Oh, it spawned, and now Eager should get this uncontested. No Fear, No Evil online, or Baskin to frontline, and Eager find their Phoenix. They're going to head over to the left side as well.
What is he doing? It's like, wait, is that their base? Let me check. Yeah, that's their base. We should go the other way. Like, what are you doing, man?
Eager steal away the red buff, give that to the Best once again, and he has Tahuti online. That was a lot of, he almost, did he ult Jigz, and then Jigz got the revive, right?
Yes, right at basically the same time. And that results in no reset, and that's important. If I'm a Monster gets the kill, but doesn't actually get credited with the kill because of the revive, it will not reset. No mail of renewals, nothing.
Oh my. Zapman just finished Malice.
And Titan's Bane. He sold a lot of attack speed for Titan's Bane. So he's going crit and chins. Now this is a little bit strange. We don't normally see both. Usually you want one or the other. I think I would have rather him sell the chins.
For the Titans?
Yeah. Because, I mean, attack speed, I mean, he's 1.61.
Audacity as well. Going to increase it. I think that's what he's going to bank on is when he goes in, it's going to be Audacity. And I think when he crits, it's going to do a lot. You can see him critting right now for 500 plus on this Fire Giant, and that's without Fire Giant.
And that's without the Malice. Malice is ticking for 75%, you know? It's very important.
Eager, though, they're going to group up Fire Giant in hand once again, and Soar. At this point, it's okay to concede, considering, 30 minutes in, they're only going to be closing the gap against Eager, who everyone is basically full build. Best looking to finish off, I would like to imagine, a Soul Reaver.
Coming up, 5v5 here. Fire Giant in hand once again, and the mid burn down. Divios with the split push, trying to force back Hurriwind.
We need to see a big Fear No Evil. It needs to be impactful this game, either burning beads and allowing for someone up to set someone up for.
It's got to be a just level
for Metyankey, or something's got to happen.
Teleport, coward.
No, don't actually teleport.
Come on.
Zapman going to get a couple autos off. I think just stacking up that Audacity passive.
Well, the backdoor protections were removed. He got about 200 or 400 damage off. By the time it heals up a little bit, they're still going to be a decent chunk away.
Eager still respecting Soar, though, waiting for those minions.
Here we go. Zapman still in control of it. Purification and gets right out. Nothing comes of it. In fact, Baskin takes a lot of damage, in trouble, and gone!
You got to be careful on these Vamanas, and that's one dead. Eager, they should be able to take this uncontested. I mean, no fear, no evil, no Suns. All they have is Nuwa ults and Jigz' revive, and it's going to have to be the most godly revive ever if they're going to be able to take on Eager here. Left Phoenix is down. Aror actually caught looking for a pluck. Metyankey finds him. Now it's a 4-on-4, and Eager looks like they're going to back off.
Pernicus kind of gesturing towards the Gold Fury. I don't know that they need that right now. 18,000 gold in the lead. Taking this or not doesn't really change anything. Also, djpernicus should not have a Hide of the Urchin. Like, that's just not an item you want at 32 minutes into the game.
Hey, man, he'll stack it up when he wins. When
he
they wipe
wins the
and
game.
they win,
Yeah.
win the game. So
I would like to see Magi's.
Or Spirits Row. Both work, I think.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have full CDR. Mantle of Discord.
Oh, that actually would have been really good. Help keep him alive, although he's only found himself dead twice. Only 5 kills on top of Soar. It's going to be the Gold Fury more to make sure that Soar can't get that as they back, but right now they're busy pushing up their own waves. Fire Giant is going to be spawning in 3 minutes, still 2 minutes, and Eager is playing very safe.
By the way, Best just picked up a Soul Reaver. Can we actually hover on Scylla one more time? And 993 damage.
Does he have the red buff? He does have the red buff.
Yes.
You can see it, just like the bottom 1/3 of it is just glowing red.
Can we hover on I'm a Monster, please? Now remember, guys, he does have some extra damage from his passive, but 800 plus 120%.
Absurd.
So you're looking at a little over, or a little
almost
under
2,000.
A little under 2,000.
Almost 2,000 damage.
It's like
And he has
1,900.
I mean, he has 25 flat pin, as well as percentage pin on top of that 33% from that Obsidian shard.
Don't get hit.
I mean, Homiefe is dying. Homiefe actually just dies if he gets hit by this ability.
Same for Metyankey. They will actually
Hurriwind
die.
too. Hurriwind should die as well. No protection, should be under 2,000 health. But Homiefe, he goes forward and finds the fear no evil. Homiefe actually still able to take out Zapman though.
Jeez. That was 1,000 damage from Crush, including the Soul Reaver. Zapman being down means that this defense will be good.
Soar hold somehow once again. They lose a couple players typically, but they always manage to get just one person in response and usually a critical player. Last time it was Roar, this time it's Zapman. And this is good for Soar because right now Eager's full build. They had Fire Giant. The longer this game goes, the closer it gets.
Right.
The lead is only closing at this point.
Baskin choosing his final item to be either Spirit Robe or, of course... Oh, no, that's overcapping on CDR drastically.
I would imagine he's going to sell Jotuns in response
He
for...
would already have Need to Soul. He's now 7% over the mark.
I would imagine he's going to sell it for Bulwark or something a little bit more tanky, especially against TheBest.
Frostbound Hammer is what
you don't want
he
to
needs.
die.
He needs Frostbound Hammer.
I mean, he's got 5 deaths right now, the most in the game. 0, 5, and 2.
It might be 6. Sickham's going to be good. And does Best go for the I'm a Monster? He's waiting for it. And this is classic Best. Not going to hit it, though.
Just off the mark. Fire Giant not going to be started just yet, but Eager, they're looking forward. You can see Divios trying to catch someone. He can't slow them or root them if he can catch up. Same with the Croc there. Oh, no, Zapman's in the sky? Don't do it, Zap.
No.
He's doing it.
That's classic Zapman.
Oh, this is Season 3 Zapman. Look at him go to that.
That's advanced Zapman.
Listen to him. He's still been aggressive, but...
Did you just do Raijin 3? What was that?
What did I do?
Zibidoo. Yeah,
No, that was Zap.
That's what he yells, right?
That was Zap about to land, but then deciding not
Thunder
to.
Crash. Right? And then
You know what it sounds like?
The mask from Crash
Yes.
Bandicoot. Yeah.
I was like that. I'm like, am I playing Crash right now? Fire Giant going to be started by Eager, however. Soar, finally, they're going to be defending it.
And Baskin in some trouble. No ult this time, but yes, ult this time. Just a different one.
Homiefe looking to find Zapman in the back line. There's the new Aw minions, and Aror in a little bit of trouble. Metyankey throwing some autos his way, but he will be able to escape. Bounce not going to find its target, and Soar.
Phoenix respawns on both sides. They have to take care of these fire minions, and someone still has to defend the Fire Giant.
I don't think they know that
Letting
Eager has
it go.
started. I feel like they got baited. Now Jigz is going to realize it. The Fire Giant's already under half, though. Is he going to be able to stop it? You can see Divios, he's zoning. Honestly, going to get turned on, though. But Eager, they secure FG.
And a beautiful ult from Divios. Baskin looking for the slow, and I think they're going to let this one go. They have some fire creeps to deal with still.
Tier 1 tower on right should go the way of Soar. I would imagine Eager doesn't want to defend it. No, they've baited them into this. They're only going to see Aror. They don't realize the rest of Eager is coming around from behind.
Oh, no. I think this might be GG if they... I mean, they're going to lose this fight. Unless that man just gets crit twice in a row.
You can see Baskin trying to throw out some poke. Does a good job. There's Now Baskin caught. He's got the Khepri ult though.
By the way, that wasn't crits coming out from Metyankey. Those were just basic auto attacks.
Shen size, man.
Wow.
They swing oboe as well. Baskin plucked back in. Best finds the kill, and now Metyankey trying to save him is going to get plucked as well.
I will miss you, Homiefe.
This is brutal.
Best has his ultimate. Zapman to the sky.
He's going to land this time.
Yeah, he's coming in big. Cuts the path off completely. Nowhere to go. Best still has I'm a Monster as well, and it's going to be a very, very untanky Metyankey. He's going to be facing off against it. Let's ride in with Scylla. Let's see. Did she got those?
844 magical power. I'm a Monster online. Eager. They're going to finish off this right side Phoenix.
Hit him in the fountain.
And they're going straight for the Titan. Jig's going to try and defend.
Oh, Best, come on.
Doesn't even want to show you. There it is. I'm a Monster to finish it off. Eager coming up with a big win.
That's a big
honestly,
win.
Soar was not competitive with them at any stage in the game.
And, there was a point in time where, you could maybe cite Eager for maybe not unsportsman play, but definitely opportunistic play with Baskin's.
Fair enough.
Or someone's mistake after Baskin's DC. Clearly, they were trying to pause, but they were the, talking about Soar, they were the ones that initiated that fight after that pause dropped, which means it is what it is. At that point, Eager was already winning by like 6K.
Yeah, they started the pause. Baskin, then the unpause comes, and Metyankey throws the ultimate on top, putting the team in combat, meaning they can't pause. I mean, that was miscommunication on Soren's, not really Eager kind of doing any shenanigans. But let's take a look at First Blood real quick.
And it's going to be the Best, of course.
This is
that purple pot. It's so clean and flung back, stuck over the wall, stuck in place again, and then bang. Best getting some extra damage. Did Best die this game? I don't think so.
I can't recall. There was the one time he almost died, but he hit the nice little sick'em on Metyankey, who was chasing him in the jungle. Really good positioning. Oh. And we actually saw a lot of times Best actually use Sanctuary at the start of the fight when the new ult came. Doesn't even wait. Doesn't even take the damage and put himself into a bad spot.
Man, Best just hit everything that game.
I mean, DJ as well, honestly.
Yes.
One of the better games I've seen from him, and I think
probably the best game that he's had.
And look, it's the best game Pern's had.
This kill
and
was
Eager
so good.
Upset Soar.
He baited Baskin so far, and then just like, I will make sure that you die here.
Homiefe also got baited on the left-hand side, kind of the same scenario. And this is, okay, I want to see when Met uses his purification. After he is pulled down, okay.
I think he activated them as he got pulled, but he was technically above the geometry of the map that isn't playable. So the game defaults you back to where you were. This is a very, I think, common engagement with a lot of moves. Most notably, Jingwei just recently had the bug. If you landed her ultimate in the wall,
that was pretty
right into the sky.
That was pretty fun and funny. Divios, though, getting the better of Baskin, I think, for most of this game.
Not the early game. Baskin was winning. I mean, there was a point in time where Divios is going to find a double kill here. Baskin was ahead after this, but Divios' rotations were just a little bit better. It's that kill we saw djpernicus get that allowed Divios to farm his way back into the front and onto the top of the game.
One thing, too, difference in playstyles we actually saw from these solo laners is Baskin was always trying to backline, right? Trying to deal with Zapman, deal with djpernicus, deal with TheBest. Instead, Divios was just fighting with his team, right? He didn't get too far away from them. He just stuck with them and allowed his damage dealers to shoot from behind and then just made sure that these players couldn't immediately jump on TheBest. Then if they did, he turned on, threw out some slows.
That was definitely an upset. No matter what anyone wants to tell you, in my eyes, Soar was the second best team mechanically North America. Some of the talent is incredible on that team, and very few people would have expected an Eager win there, but that was dominant. And I want to see if they could do it again.